we are connected. Oh god, there's 6 missions here. Okay. Let's go. Chapter 8. The Third Gate. Hey, that kind of rhymed, I think. I don't know. To the east of Aldebaran, EA. Oh, lay. Oh, sorry. I thought that was part of the. Oh, whatever. Lay the Holy Land of Merrick. Here existed the third of the third gates that sealed Soul Edge, as well as the Grand Shrine of Merrick, a name with which even ordinary citizens were familiar. Of course, few knew that the shrine was sealing the cursed sword. You experienced a bit of the evil's blade power in the Forbidden Grounds when you battle against the monster of flame born from the fragment of Soul Edge. You lost track of Varel while dealing with the monster. You have obtained the power to destroy the gate. It is safe to assume that those words that he was headed for Merrick. You hurried back to the second gate at the Aldebaran, which is guarded by Bastion, of course. The gate had been destroyed. Bastion was nowhere to be found, just as with the gate in Mizar. This one was cut in two with a single stroke, but this time it was also scorched black. You let out a shudder as you recall your battle in the Forbidden Grounds. Passing through the two gates and chasing after Varel, you entered Merrick, but the landscape was as far from the idea of Holy Land as anyone could imagine. The entire area was awash of signs of destruction. Craters and black ash littered the ground. Bridge and roadways were destroyed, and pillars of black smoke rose from the horizon. What was this all Varel's doing? Okay then. Before we do anything, I'm not sure if she has any weapons. SoulCalibur, evil. Okay. What's this? Lower defense to normal, but attacks becomes counter, and attack power increases during Soul Edge. Oh, but health drains. Okay, so 2 plus, 2 minus. Anything else? That's it? Okay. I think I'm willing to make that sacrifice, honestly. This looks like a SoulCalibur mixed with Soul Edge, honestly. Just from judging from the sword. The timer increases with each enemy you defeat. However, the enemy's weapons penetrate defenses. That's okay, so does my weapon. Defeat all enemies before time runs out. You were surrounded by a group of warriors. The city in the sky, in which you stood, once possessed the characteristic beauty of all highland dwellings, but no trace of that image remained. The main street, the tree-lined roads, the very building themselves, all lay in ruin, as it's sliced apart by giant blades. It could only have been the work of Varel. It seemed to bring destruction wherever you go. It was a mistake to mention his name inside the city. The gaze of those who lives had been suddenly shattered all upon you. You told them that you were no friend of Varel, but they did not listen. Of course, no one ever fucking listens to this universe, apparently. You were forced to draw your weapon in self-defense, but this only served to anger them more. They slowly closed in on you. The thin air at this high elevation complicated the matters. You would lose any chance of survival if you waited any longer. You had to put an end to the situation quickly.
Versus Young Sung, a hero. Battle 1.
Alright, 15 minutes. That's 50 seconds. That's not that bad.
You win.
How's that? Sophitia.
Battle 2. Fight.
Got really lucky there for a second. Aha! So yeah, like I said, Zhang was pretty tricky to play with a little bit. But if you manage to like utilize her mastery of like what's the word? Mastery of momentum and movement, then she's a really fun character to play as. The only downside I see with Zhang Hua, honestly, though, is that I don't know. I might need to like remember most of her grabs, but I don't think she really has a lot of potential for like ring outs or anything. At least that's from what I'm seeing so far.
Battle 1. Fight.
I'm seeing a little bit more of the extra damage I'm getting, but I am dealing more damage than usual, so that's also a very huge benefit. So.
You win.
very, like, tricky to utilize.
Do you want more?
Well then, battle 3, fight.
Damn it. Shit. She is a little bit low range as well, just judging from her sword. So while she is tricky, she also kind of has to rely a little bit on close range, which I kind of don't mind, honestly. I mean, I main talent for fuck's sakes.
Versus Yun Sung. Battle 1, fight. You win. Battle 2, fight.
Damn it, I tried to parry. Failed. Oh boy, Cassandra's gonna be a little bit of a troublesome little lady, isn't she? Oh my god, she parried my grab? I forgot you could also parry grabs as well, which is a little bit annoying. That makes parries a little bit more, but then again, at the same time, like, parries are very hard to
Entrust your note.
initiate in the first place, so...
Fight.
There we go. Good starter, but very long build-up time, so... You gotta be careful when you utilize that attack.
Battle 2, fight.
Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but, you know what I mean.
Win.
That was great!
And like I said, the only reason why I really don't like playing her as much is, of course, her voice acting. I feel like out of all the characters, she's probably the most annoying one out of all of them. And if she had, like, different... If I was able to, like, play a different character with her playstyle, then I would probably main her more, honestly. Okay.
You win.
Justice will prevail! It's time.
Battle 4, fight.
Shit, 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 shit! Ivy's always scary! Oh my god, I hate that throw so much. I can't initiate whatsoever, and it's so much damage, and CPU always managed to do it so much. Why? Why? Okay. I thought me talking a lot would actually make me a little bit more frantic, to be a lot more offensive, but I see that could backfire sometimes.
Versus
Be a long chapter,
Yun
too.
Sung.
Here's another!
Now, battle 1, fight.
Alright.
You win. Battle 2, fight.
I'm noticing a little bit of an echo effect when they die too, which is a little bit off-putting.
Battle 3.
But, you know, that happens, you know, with old games and all that. There we go.
You win. Battle 4, fight.
Shit. Oh my god, short range, I swear to god. Oh, Xianghua. That parry is perfect, but my sword was just... Maybe a horizontal attack would have been fine, or would have been better. Oh, sorry, a vertical attack, I meant.
Versus Yun
The
Sung.
B button. And when I say B button, I mean triangle. You know what I mean. B and button. attack. That's why I wanted you to attack so I could punish you, but it punished me instead.
What?
Versus Yun Sung. Battle 1. Fight.
There we go.
You win. Battle 2. Fight. You
I'm being
win.
very, very serious now, as you can tell from my silence.
Battle 3. Fight.
Shit. There we go.
You win. Battle 4. Fight.
No. Oh, oh! No. I'm gonna die. That was way too close. Alright, how many seconds do I have? 21?
What's that?
Okay. I need to be the best Jean-Claude.
Final battle. Fight.
That's not gonna get annoying at all. Shit! No! She countered! There we go! I had to go way too offensive there and just kind of prayed that she didn't parry back or something. That was a really bad move on my part though, but I'll take it. That was really risky of me, and I think that I really didn't deserve that win, honestly, because I was being frantic, but whatever. Oopsies. Crystal Mine. The ability to knock back the enemy has been increased, but the health decreases over time. Oh, of course. Is it true that you're trying to fight against Varel? While stopping in a town to recover your strength, you were approached by a group preparing to fight Varel. Just like you, the people of Merrick weren't about to let Varel walk all over them. You exchange information with Merrick fighters. It turns out that Varel had destroyed the city in the sky all by himself. In fact, he was always seen alone. That meant Leon was not traveling with Varel. We wonder what he is up to. The group leader sighed deeply. There's something else I have to tell you. Unfortunately, there are a group of outlaws as well as prisoners who broke free because of the destruction Varel caused, and now view him as a symbol of power. They are the shame of Merrick. At that moment, there was a loud commotion outside the mine. It looked like an attack to for the very people that I had just spoken of, but you were not in any shape to fight. The group leader handed you a vial. Drink this. It's only temporary, but it'll give you strength. I'll see you again if you survive. The mine had suddenly become a battlefield. Okay.
Versus Berserker. The fighters face a gruesome
You're going to regret this.
final battle. Fight.
Oh shit, wrong way. Zhonghua. About to die soon. I'm not sure if like decreasing my HP kills me. It does. Damn it. Okay. So I have to make sure like my HP doesn't fully disintegrate.
Versus Berserker. Final battle. Fight.
That's fun. Okay. Yeah, I really want to play a Xianghua. I just don't like her character at all. That's really the only crutch heal that I have against her. Sub-chapter. Okay, we'll probably do that later. For now, let's just keep going. This is another gambling. Knock the enemy against the wall and utilize wall combos to defeat the enemy. You head east towards the Grand Shrine of Merrick. Varel was definitely headed there. By the time you arrive at the city, he had already beaten you to it. In the center of the destroyed city were the remains of the combat area, and it appeared it had been a place where great battles flourished for Varel. To pass through here so easily, the power he obtained must have been fearsome indeed. Seeing movement in near the area you headed over to investigate, a disturbing-looking figure clung to the wall in the arena. It turns to glare at you with a fierce hostility as you approached. Judging from the shackles of its body, he was obviously a prisoner, most likely set free in the chaos of Varel's attack. He must have been a very violent criminal, for heavy iron bonds enwrapped his body. It would be difficult to cause any damage through his bonds with normal attacks. You quickly realize that the best way to fight him would be to cause impact damage by slamming him against the wall. Alright.
Versus Voldo. Final battle. Fight.
Alright, knocking him to the wall.
What?
I'm gonna need to find actually no, there is one easy method, but it may take like a good build up to actually initiate it.
Voldo. Final battle. Fight.
Why are you going that way? Alternatively, I could probably just like attack him then avoid most of his attacks. If I can. That's probably honestly a beneficial, although the timer seems to be very long. So,
Versus Voldo.
if I can attack him in the wall, then that'll be perfect though.
Battle. Fight.
Damn it. Gonna prove a lot more harder than anything. It's gonna be like the Ivy situation all over again, I swear. Yeah, thanks for the class stuff despite me failing.
Versus Voldo. Final battle. Fight.
Oh my god! Oh, interesting enough, when she throws her sword, I didn't really hear like a clamoring sound effect or anything.
Versus Voldo. Final battle. Fight.
Shit. What the hell? I tech that. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it this one.
Versus Voldo. Final battle. Fight.
Can I survive 50 seconds though? Damn it! That is not a good super move at all. Too much end lag and not enough range. Like, that's probably a good way to bounce him off to the wall, but like I can't really connect that without combo. Like maybe comboing, maybe. I need to make sure he's like in the air and then like use that attack,
Now,
but do it like real quickly or
final
something.
battle. Fight.
Shit! Oh. Stop it. No, 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 no. fuck. No. Oh. Damn it! There we go! Oh my god. Fuck Baldo, I swear to god. That was close though. Anyways. New stage, yay. Oh my god. This is definitely getting harder and harder than it needs to be. Airborne time increases due to blast of the wind I'm using below. Defeat the enemy using air combos. Thanks, Mom, for giving me food, even though I'm not hungry, but whatever. The city was on fire. Varel's onslaught must have happened only moments ago. You were catching up to him since the Grand Shrine of Merrick was still a little ways off. There may be a chance to stop him before it destroys the seal. Racing through the burning city, you soon saw a figure on the plains ahead of you. There was no mistaking him. It was Varel. You finally caught up to him. He hadn't noticed you yet. You carefully close distance after following him for a short while. Varel suddenly disappeared. He instantly broke into a run and soon saw that there was a large chasm in the middle of the plain. Strong wind blows in the hole. You enter the hole in order to pursue Varel. That's far enough, a young man's voice echoed from the shaft. It wasn't Varel. I cannot allow anyone to interfere with his mission. If you intend to get in his way, you are my enemy. A young man stepped out in front of you, brandished his weapon. It seems that he was one of Varel's followers. Amidst the fierce rising wind, you drew your weapon and prepared to fight. Okay, let's go.
Versus Phoenix.
Hey, it's my boyfriend!
A hero desires a sword, and a sword
Alright, using air combos. That should be pretty
desires
easy.
You're going to regret this.
Here, come on!
Final battle. Fight.
Get this.
What the hell? How am I supposed to... Oh my god. So I can only damage him in the air, I'm guessing. Wow, that's a lot of damage! That was way easier, especially since the wind direction's like... One hit was just like almost death right there. Okay, that was an easy battle. Last one, presumably. Grand Shrine of Merrick. Enemy's health recovers over time. Defeat the enemy under this condition. A Grand Shrine of Merrick, the third gate that sealed the Soul Edge, lays in ruins before you. Varel had finally made it all the way here. Losing precious time to the fight in the chasm, you finally arrived at dusk and hurried into the center of the devastating shrine. A fierce battle had raged all the way into the deepest part of the shrine itself. Following along the path of destruction, you allow just in time to see the final blow. I suppose it was inevitable that you would be the final one standing against me, Base, wasn't it? I'll not forget that name. Varel tossed aside the opponent he had just defeated and turned to face you. You could feel Varel's energy gather into the shrine, sword in his hand. The entire shrine, no. The very barrier itself that sealed its soul edge seemed to tremble. It was time to finally put an end to this chase.
Versus Nightmare. Final battle. Fight.
Ooh, that was close. One more hit, I'm dead. Or not. One more sword swing and I'm dead! Oh man, that was a fierce battle, even though I already won. New feature has been unlocked. Yay! What's this new feature? A new stage or new cost for Nightmare has been added? Sweet! Alright, awesome. Is that it? There has to be chapter 9 or something. It looks like there might be it. Okay, Algol. Oh, hey, foreshadow. Hello. You remember Algol, right? Chapter 9, and this is a sub-chapter. We're technically not done with everything yet, so... You know what? Next part, we're not going to go through chapter 9 just yet. We're going to go through both continuing through finishing Merrick and the Palooks. In the meantime, random, and... Sweet! Nightmare! Okay, a character I actually love to play. Also, we recently unlocked his third costume. That would be nice to use and utilize. Soul's growth. Okay, so what does this have? Take damage when guarding. Ooh, okay, so that's fine. Recovers health. Higher attack power than normal. That looks awesome. I'm going to use that. Anyways, we'll be right back with the next episode of SoulCalibur 2.